Hello again. Welcome back to Hangar 51. Today we're going to talk about the Flyzone de Havilland Beaver. Guys, what a beautiful airplane. This thing, I can't tell you how much I enjoy flying this plane. Again, I'm a huge fan of Flyzone. They just make a really quality product. Flies awesome. Great detail on the plane, and I'm going to show you all that. This is such a great airplane. I bought the transmitter ready version, which means it came with all the servos, speed control, the motor, even came with a receiver. It's a tactic receiver. I already had a tactic transmitter, so it bound right up to it, no problem. You know, for the price difference, I think it's 20 bucks. You get the transmitter with it as well, and then you get a battery pack and a charger. So, you know, after thinking about it, I wish I'd have done the only reason I didn't do on this particular model, the ready to fly with transmitter was a different color, and I like that color, but I liked this color a little better. I wanted this color, and this was the bind and fly in this color. The ready to fly was a silver and white and red. Good looking. I mean, I like it, but this one I liked a little better, so I decided to go with the bind and fly. It came with a radio with a receiver. But if you've you know, if you're thinking about this plane, you know, definitely consider the ready to fly version, because like I said, it's only like 20 bucks more, and then you get a battery pack and a charger. You know, it's not a quick charger, but you know, I find those chargers very handy. You know, I charge my batteries up really quickly, you know, 90% on my fast charger, and then I take them off to free it up so I can charge another battery and put it on the balance charger that comes with this, you know, the slow charger, and let it spend the last 15 minutes balancing it. And that seems to work out really well. So don't disregard that, you know, 1 amp slow charger. It's useful. It definitely can get you to your next battery pack quicker if you hard charge it to like 90% and then do the last 10% on the slow charger, because your balance charger, the last, you know, 10% is cutting the amperage way down to 1 amp or a half an amp while it's doing the balancing thing. So the plug in the wall slow charger does just as good a job at that as the fast charger. So, you know, give that some thought. Okay, so back to the plane. The detail is amazing. It's got nav lights all over it. I'm going to carefully show you that. You've got your green nav light, and then there's a white strobe. You've got a red strobe here on top that's blinking, and then on the back there's one more red strobe right here blinking, right here on the tail. And then of course on the other wing you've got your, you know, your red nav light and another strobe. So landing light over here on the left wing, super bright. I mean, you can see that even during the daytime when you're coming in for a landing. That light is extremely bright. So comes with flaps. It's 5-channel plane, so you've got your ailerons, elevator, rudder, throttle, and flaps. And on this particular radio, I've got a knob for flaps, so I can put the flaps in a little at a time, and I can do it slowly. So, you know, I can put them in and out slowly or quickly. But so we have 5-channel working flaps, easy build, really nice. Some more of the detail on it. It actually has seats and a dashboard in it, and that's pretty cool. It's not a real detailed, you know, cockpit. It's only got like seat backs, not bottoms. But looking through the windows, you know, it looks really good. I had one complaint about how they did that. The flap servo is up here on top of the wings slide in. This is actually the fuselage. The wings are halves that slide into the fuselage. The flap servo's up here at the top, and they ran the wire straight down I mean, straight down right between the seats. So you look through the windshield and you can see the wire in there. So I put a servo extension on it and ran the wire over to the side, back behind the seat back, and then down, and I just, you know, hot glued it to the side of the cockpit here between the window, and just to hide the wire, because I just thought that looked terrible with the wire coming right down. Now, of course, there's other wires coming down as well, but it looked a lot better to move that wire away from the seats so that it wasn't straight down the middle of the seats. That just, I didn't like that. I didn't think that looked very good. Some of the other detail, the ribbing here on the tail feathers here, both the rudder and the elevator have the ribbing on it. The bottom of the wing, the ailerons and the flaps have the ribbing on it. Just really nicely detailed. I didn't, if you saw my Corsair review, I had a complaint about the battery door on it being too small. Well, the battery door on this one's even smaller, but they really did something pretty cool with this one, and I kind of like it. Not crazy about it being on the bottom of the plane, so that, because you gotta kind of, you know, when you're out at the field, you're going to have to turn it upside down. If you don't have a plane cradle to set it on, you're going to have to sit there and kind of, you know, hold it while you're fidgeting with the door, and it's a little, but I do like what they did, and I'm going to show you what they did. It's pretty cool, actually. Okay, so the door is right here at the front. Okay, and you've got a little twisty here to turn. Now what I did, I added a piece of clear packing tape, and I made myself a little pull that I half rounded to match the little half round, and then it floats down, and the little lock just goes right over top of it to hold it down in place. And then when you switch it away, you can get a hold of the little door and pull it off. And what they did, the battery pack, it's 2200 battery pack, 3-cell, slides down in a pocket, and the inside of the door actually holds the battery in, so it can't go anywhere. It slides right into this pocket at an angle, so you get the battery in the exact same place every time, because it'll only go in one way. And then you put your door on, and the door actually, because of this notch in it, holds the battery in place. So I love that. Now again, I made this little plastic, it's just packing tape. Taped it down the inside here, folded it over itself so that it wasn't sticky, and then just cut it half round, and that worked out really nice. So I'm real happy with that. Got a couple of radio antennas up here on top of the wing that you're going to have to be very careful of. I mean, it's going to be easy to snap those off, so you're going to have to just be mindful of it, but nice detail. A couple of things I changed. It comes with, well, it comes with floats and landing gear, okay? So here are the floats. Beautiful, just nice lightweight styrofoam floats. Just beautiful. I haven't had a chance to use the floats yet. I'm still looking for some water somewhere I can fly off of that in case I have an issue I can get to the plane. Finding water is not always the issue, but finding water that's accessible when things go wrong. Just in case something goes wrong, I need to be able to get to the plane, and that makes it a little more difficult. So I haven't tested, but it comes with the floats, comes with the wheels and the landing gear. You know, pretty easy to swap them out. So beautiful. Again, I think it was $100. I think I paid $179 for all of this. And like I said, transmitter ready. Came with receiver, servos, motor, speed control, everything. So pretty sweet. Really, really sweet. So their version. Let me just set these over here. Okay, they'll be safe there. Okay, so on the box, they show you on the front here with the floats, and then on the back side they show it with the landing gear. Now, I didn't like the black landing gear, so I painted mine white. To me, it just drew your eyes right to the black landing gear. I don't know, I didn't think it looked good. So I painted mine white to more resemble what it looks like with the floats on, because, you know, here you've got the white floats and the white substructures that hold the floats on. So I thought white landing gear looked more like the white floats, which is what I really liked. So I painted my gear white. I also changed the wheels. The wheels that came with it were a little smaller than these. These are actually a set of wheels off the Corsair, the Flyzone Corsair. They're a little bit bigger diameter, and it's a much bigger rim, the white rim. Again, I just thought that looked nicer. So I did a couple of little mods I made, nothing big. But I really liked, you know, the way that came out, I really liked the look of that. Great flying airplane, really flies great. Look, if you think you're above skill-wise this plane because it's a high winger, more like a trainer, don't think like that. This is a fun plane to fly. It flies really good. It doesn't fly like a trainer. It's very agile. You can stun it. It'll roll, it'll loop, it's got a ton of power, it'll go vertical like no tomorrow, because it's very light, and then putting floats on it and flying it around, and there's a video out there. If you go to, I'm sure it's more than one place, but if you go to Flight Test's Gremlin page, okay, Flight Test Gremlins, there's an indoor meet that they fly in this big balloon inflatable hangar thing that they have an event up in Ohio. There's a guy flying this very plane with the floats, and he's doing a knife edge all the way around the arena inside, a complete knife edge with the floats on it. That's how agile this plane is. I mean, it really is a great flying airplane. So don't let the high winger, oh, you know, I'm a better pilot than that. No, listen, it's a good airplane. And I specifically bought this one because I want to go to Joe Nolm next year, and I want something to fly off the water because they've got a nice lake there to fly off of, and I wanted something to fly off the water, and that's exactly why I bought this plane. And I'm really happy I did because I love it. It just flies great. It looks great. At dusk, when you're flying outside and you take off and you see these beacons blinking and the strobe on the wingtip as it climbs out, it's just beautiful. The lights are just amazing. I'm a big fan of lights on the planes. I'll tell you, I really love it. And this one looks great. So, let's see, is there anything else? No, actually, that's about it. My only two little complaints, and they were really minor, was the wire going down through the seats I thought was bad, so I moved that. That was simple, just add a servo extension. And, you know, the battery door, I don't know if that's a complaint. You know, I don't know if they could have done it differently to keep the CG. I mean, I know they needed the battery all the way up front. It probably wouldn't have worked out as well if they'd have done it through here. So I guess in this particular plane, like I said, it's not a big deal. The only thing I don't like about it is because of the handling the plane upside down. You know, get yourself, especially with these antennas, because they're going to break off easy. Get yourself make yourself one PVC pipe. Make yourself a plane stand. Just flip it upside down. You know, put your battery in, secure it, and then you'll be good to go fly. And other than that, just a great airplane. I'm a huge fan of Flyzone. Everything I've bought from them now, this is my third airplane from them, I believe. Third or fourth. For sure third. Yeah, and they all fly amazing. Just great flying airplanes. So, highly recommend this one. You know, if you're thinking about, especially if you want a float plane, you know, I think this is a winner all the way. Price point good for the quality and everything. You get floats, you get wheels and landing gear, so you can swap them out. I don't think you can go wrong, honestly. Just a great airplane. So that's my review of this one. There might be some flight footage. I actually bought a Mobius camera, and I'm going to put it on this and do some flight. So that should be coming up now if I do the flight review. And if not, well, you won't see this. So, anyway, that's my review. Great airplane. Absolutely. You will definitely love the way this flies. It's got no problem with climbing out. Lots of power. Flies great. You can knife edge it all day long. Just a really good airplane. So, okay. Thanks for watching. Like me here on YouTube. Like me on Facebook. And we'll see you on the next review. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.